right, everybody, welcome back. We're going to be getting onto your viewer questions. So if you guys have any questions that you guys want to ask, go ahead and ask on Facebook.com/TopCutPokemon, and we'll get to as many as we can get to. So, let's see. We'll start with... Actually, I think we have one from earlier this week. Let me see if I can find that one. Whoa. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Chris Silver asked, question for Thursday's show. Why is this game so easy for you to play? We're actually going to start with Harrison here. Harrison, why is this game so easy for you to play?
I don't know.
All right. No pressure. It's all right.
It's not like I was good when I first started anyways.
I'm sorry?
It's not like I was that good in winning anything when I first started anyways.
Okay. So maybe at that point, I'm going to guess that the game's easy for you to play because you've played it so many times. Right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, good. That works. Drew, how about yourself? Why is this game so easy for you to play?
I think that's the wrong question for me.
You guys washed up. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty washed up. I really have to practice all the time too when I'm playing like very competitively also. I tend to make I get caught up in the moment. I get pretty aggressive sometimes, so it's not that easy. I have to learn to like hold myself back. I'm just raring to go.
Alright. Kyle, what about you?
I don't know, man. We've just been playing this game forever, so after a while, you pick up the basics on how to do well, how to play the game, and that's really all it is.
So again, kind of like with Harrison, you just play the game enough times, you're just kind of like, yeah, all right, done this a million times. I know exactly what to do. I don't actually have to think now.
Yeah.
Okay. Pram?
So what I do is I put on a ninja mask, and then I take out my magician's hat, and I start taking a wand, I go, and then all of a sudden winds pop out of nowhere, and people just fall over. It's great. That's how easy it is for me.
This is Michael Pramlott, everybody.
I actually expected a more outrageous answer, Adam. So
I didn't have enough time to think of one. I was just trying to formulate a little story in my head real quick.
I'll give a real answer for all of us. I think honestly, we were all naturally inclined to like strategy games. I think it started with Pokemon, but for as long as I can remember, I mean, you put a strategy game in front of, and actually I can speak for Pram here too because I've been playing games with Pram for a long time, and the way it works is it comes naturally to you. There's some people that are really good at basketball games. There's some people that are really good at other things, and some of us were just we like strategy. We inherently know what to do with it, and I don't know. I really don't play very many games anymore. I do wish I played more, but I can pick up a deck and play against some of the best players in the world, and at least hold my own. So I think it just kind of comes with natural ability, and a lot of it does have to do with the fact that we've been playing this game for almost 15 years. So you play this game for that long, and eventually you're going to figure out you can't attach an energy to your active Pokemon that might get knocked out on the following turn if you're not going to be able to attack. They're simple little things like this. And really, it's more of I think that most Pokemon players, especially Pokemon players that do well, have this natural ability to just understand games and understand strategy games, and it's just, hey, if I could be a basketball player, I'd do that instead, but I can't. So I play strategy games. That's the best I got. That's the best I got. So let's go with the next question. Actually, Dennis Seaberger, I really hope I didn't butcher that last name, but he started to put up Top Cut Invitational videos. He has some of his own. He's Card Leaders, I believe, is the...
Yeah.
Okay.
They helped us stream the Invitational.
Mm-hmm. They helped us stream the Invitational, and they're starting to put out some of the Invitational videos that they actually had. So definitely take a look at those and check those out when you get a chance. He has one of his YouTube videos actually linked on our Facebook page. So here we go. Nate Blevins. Dear Top Cut, a while ago I was watching the Olympics and I happened to notice that Michael Phelps' woo is significantly better than Drew's. Here to comment. All right, Drew, this one's all yours.
Alright, so Michael Phelps, he won an Olympic medal, man. I'm just sitting here, I'm talking to all you guys. I can't get that excited talking to Krem. It's just not possible. You know? If I was representing my country and I won a gold medal or something, maybe I would get fired up, but you know, I just got woo! That's all I got for Krem.
It's natural. Your woos are natural. His woos are inspired.
Maybe if I win World or something, I'll just go woo, like wild woo, but
maybe it's just like a physical aspect.
right
Michael
now.
Phelps' lung capacity is just so much higher
Yeah,
that he
he's
can just
also, like,
breathe in like all that much more air and then just make a giant woo.
yeah, he's probably like 2 times my size and weight, so that has something to do with it.
Alright. You know what? You're probably right. I'd be surprised if you're not right here. So, okay. Geo Edge asks, question for tonight's show. Notable rogue decks for the black-white on format and thoughts on Giratina EX? Horrible EX or underrated EX? So let's go with Giratina. Horrible or underrated?
No idea what that EX does.
I know it's got Psychic Grass energy as a requirement. And that alone is really bad.
It's not great.
Alright, so we agree that Giratina is very good. Good.
That's all I got to say about that.
Now,
We're getting somewhere.
Giratina 2 years ago, that was really good.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
The one with the Judge Pokemon power?
The one that does
There was-
Tail.
Okay. Rogue decks.
The
Notable
Level
rogue-
X.
Oh yeah. Kyle, you remember that deck?
Yeah, it was not a good deck at all.
It was so good.
Alright,
It's actually one of the worst things you've ever played.
That's what happens when
Anybody
you have
wanna
a free invite.
mention
man.
any?
You just play
Any
whatever you
rogues?
want.
Anybody at all? Anybody gonna listen to me while I
Next.
Nope.
babbling about rogue decks? Alright, so nobody actually knows of any rogue decks, unfortunately, Gio. But ask us in the next
Rayquaza
couple.
deck, the Rayquaza deck. 52 energy.
Nobody knows of
4
any
overall
rogue
for Rayquaza EX. I'm pretty sure you can do a lot of damage turn 2.
Dwayne Schoenberg asks, what do you guys think was the best thing that ever happened to the game? For the game, I'm sorry. And thanks for the great coverage all season. It helped me become a better player. Thank you. What do you guys think is the best thing that ever happened to this game? I'm really close to saying the game that I'm about to play as soon as this show's over. I'm really close to saying PTCGO.
I'm gonna say it'll happen in the future when they finally change this first turn rule. Woo!
There's a chance that it might be Nintendo taking over, though.
Yeah, that's hands down Nintendo taking over for Wizards,
You
who
guys
tried to
getting
kill the
real
game.
answers? Man, I was just like, yeah, the day I opened the Pokemon pack.
Oh.
You guys gave
Monster.
real answers? I was just like, oh no.
Best thing that happened in the game was Harrison beating Pram, so I didn't have to deal with Pram being world champion and rubbing it in everyone's face.
That's true. That is true. Jeez, that would have been terrible.
Would have been glorious. What are you talking about?
Oh no.
If he's got this big of a head without actually winning Worlds, can you imagine? Sheesh. Alright, Daniel Musgrave. Do you think Raikou EX will be a solid card in Zekrom Meals in the new format?
Yeah.
Alright, why?
Raiku's just good. It's such an obvious combo. I actually feel stupid for not realizing how good that card was by Nationals. And obviously people recognize how good it was. 100 anywhere? Are you kidding me? It just works with the electric.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you should, by the way. But either way, at least you're recognizing it now, and it's better than nothing. Alright, we're actually breezing right through these. Dax Edmondson. What are everybody's opinions on scooping the game? Also, in the PTCGO site over, is the PTCGO site overloaded with members at the moment because it won't let me enter the site? I don't know. I'm doing pretty good on my PC.
The site is down. You'd have to have the client to play it.
It's down again?
No, the site
The
itself
website
is down.
Yeah, so if you didn't have the client beforehand.
The game works.
Got it. So, oh no. Where'd the question go? Okay. What are our opinions on scooping in the game?
You know, I used to be okay with it, but now I don't think I'm okay with it. I think you should just play games out for the most part.
Now, there's several forms of scooping. There's scooping your opponent in to turn, to top cuts. There's scooping when you're pretty much dead. There's scooping early when the game could still, keep going.
Well, I thought
there's scooping in 2 out of 3. I mean, there's several forms of scooping. I'm not really sure.
I thought he means like when you scoop when you have no reason to, like kind of like just to help someone out. Like if you're scooping because if you're forfeiting a game in like game 1, so you have more time for game 2 and 3, that's actually fine. But you're not scooping the match. If you're scooping, if you just kind of given up on the game and you just don't want to play anymore, that's fine. But if you kind of like forfeit the game just because, hey, this guy, he's really close to a world invite or whatever, or he's planning to go in the world, I'm not really planning to go, then I don't think that's right.
Now you know that there's like, well, not but there is a big difference between scooping a guy into worlds or whatever. Like, for example, scooping a random player and having like 3 or 4 different people do it. There's a huge difference between something like that happening and something like, for example, we're at nationals and somehow, some way, I don't know how, but you get paired up against me, and I'm already guaranteed to make top cut, and I say, all right, well, I'm already making top cut. Pram, go ahead. You don't have to beat me. Just come into top cut with me. There's a big difference between that and scooping some guy, multiple people scooping some guy in. So I'm really not sure what he's actually asking for, because I have different stances on each and every one of these different pros.
I think, like, for the most part, it's a case by case. But, I just feel what you think is right. If you think it's right to do whatever, then just do that.
Okay.
I think it's
anybody else?
I literally think it's just personal beliefs at that point. Just do whatever you think is right.
All right. Anybody want something?
I really don't have a problem with it. I think scooping is one of those things that you could never ever like police or fix. You can't force. Like if you said scooping was, you can't scoop to people. People just play bad and lose on purpose. So it'll always exist. And I mean, if people feel like scooping to someone else, they should have the right to do that. I'm fine with it.
Okay. Kyle?
There's a lot more problems this year with scooping because of reach the X amount of points. So if certain players get to those amount of points before, like in the middle of states, they may start scooping to their friends, help them get to that point as well.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Now, do you feel like, even though it leads to these problems, do you ever feel like it's actually correct to scoop or anything like that, Harrison?
I'm neutral for it.
Okay. Kyle?
I realize scooping is a part of competition when you play with friends. The only way I don't like it is when you're helping, when like a bunch of people help this one guy win the tournament. At that point, I think it's too far. Otherwise, I don't have a huge problem with it. Like the situation where I'm playing against Krim and I'm already in, but he needs to win to get into top cut. I can't, in good conscience, like beat him. I would feel too bad knocking a friend out when obviously I had nothing to gain.
Man, you would crush my little heart.
So yeah, that situation I would probably scoop. But if we're like all working together to let a guy win a tournament, that is too far. I don't like that at all.
I share that sentiment. I actually don't have any problem whatsoever with people scooping to individuals, as in that type of a situation where it's kind of just like, oh, I'm scooping you in because I'm already in for for this top cut. That I think is normal and should actually. I mean, as long as this person's a teammate or a friend, like as long as you you have respect for this person or whatnot. That's it. I mean, there shouldn't be any kind of like unwritten rules for this either. I guess I'm getting too far ahead, but I do have a problem with it being some sort of like a team thing where multiple people are doing this for one person. I do think that that's taking it too far, but like Kyle said, if it's something as simple as, hey, look, I'm already in, come in with me, I know you, or you're my teammate, you're my playtesting partner, then it's a mutual respect thing because you would hope that that person does it for you too. So that's just a part of competition, and that's not cheating by any means, and I would hope that you guys don't believe so, because that's just not the case. So I hope that answered your question. I really don't know if that's what you were referring to when you came to scooping or whatever, but hopefully we answered it. Dakota Gillanders asked, what's been testing well for us in the new format? So how many of you guys have actually been testing for this new format?
Didn't we already answer this?
We answered it ourselves, but we haven't answered an actual question for
I've
this.
played 3 games this format, and it's on PTCGO with Quad Terrakion.
With your opponents playing Junk Arms and Professor Oak's New Theories and whatnot.
I've been winning. Land Crushes and Pumped Up Smash. I almost want to say Pumped Up Kicks, too, every time I do it.
Alright. So, you actually have not been doing any testing, is what you're trying to say.
I've been doing some theory testing in my head as the greatest theoretical mind in the game right now.
You shut it. You shut it right now. You were officially passed. Drew, you're next.
I have not played a single game. I've been waiting for the PTCGO. They keep delaying this thing. I'm just itching to play.
Hey, man, it's no longer delayed. Now it's just your fault for not downloading it.
No, man, the website does not work for me. They're holding me back.
No, you're holding yourself back. Should have downloaded this earlier.
Don't make me fly to Yuma. I'm coming for you.
Woo! Alright, so you'll be playtesting soon. Kyle?
I already told you earlier, I think the 2 best decks are Electric and High Dragon.
Okay. Cool.
Hi, Dragon. You can stick that somewhere, Kyle. Just wait. I'm coming for you.
Man, Drew's
Aggressive.
You play, man.
He's an aggressive guy. Harrison, what about you? Have you been doing any testing at all? Seeing as how, you obviously need to.
I've been playing 2007, 2008 World Championship decks.
What's been winning?
I've been playing with Napoleon.
Oh, well, there you go.
Good deck.
That was sick.
Yamato's deck is actually super sick. I played it at the airport, and I'm in Hawaii, and it was super good. The 2004 one?
2007?
2004 one.
Oh
yeah. It's I've been testing the 2004 deck, or playing with the 2004 decks, and Magma just doesn't lose, man.
There's a reason why Yamato destroyed that format. Alright, here we go. Next question then. Joshua Robert Wittenkeller asks, with the official tournament point structure still yet to be fully revealed, what's the number 1 change that you'd like to see announced soon for next season? Good question.
No points for battle roads. That or the best limit for battle roads is very low. Like 1 or 2.
I don't know. Anybody?
PTCGO works. That's the best thing that can happen for the season.
Alright. Drew?
No events during tax season, so I can actually qualify.
Well, with 3 regionals, if they do a best limit of 2, and you go to the first 2.
I can't go to the first 2.
Oh.
I can go. I think I missed the second one no matter what. We'll see. We'll see. I'm optimistic.
You missed the one in January?
Maybe. Depends when it is.
Okay.
Alright. Optimistic it is. Harrison, what about yourself?
I don't really know. I guess anything to do with the point structure for the season would be a nice announcement.
I'd like to see them change the way that they handle tournament coverage. I mean, I know I'm biased, but I would like to see them change tournament coverage, expand it a little bit more. Hoping that they would stream Nationals and Worlds. I know that Nationals is not at Worlds level, but it's still the biggest tournament of the year. So I'd like to see them stream both. I'd like to see them expand coverage. I'd like to see them include things like featured match areas and just whatever they can actually get done. I think expanding coverage should be one of their main priorities this year. So, that's my opinion. All right, Mikel Battaglia asks, what do you guys think of Registeel EX? He seems to be very good, underrated as an EX. Also, have any of you been able to make a working Garbodor deck? Side note, calling it now. Drew for Worlds 2013.
Registeel good. Garbodor have not made it work yet.
He's like, what?
Oh my goodness.
Woo! 2013.
All right, well, Mikel actually has a lot of faith in you, and you can only respond with a what. So, I hope you give us a good answer.
Poorly placed.
What do you think of Registeel EX, Drew? And do you think you can make a Garbodor deck work? Do you know what Garbodor does, actually, first of all?
Cards I know what do. Garbodor and Registeel EX.
This is your 2013 World Champion, guys.
Registeel's okay. It's not bad.
Registeel's decent.
Yeah, it can be, used.
I like him because he reminds me of Dual Splash and Folion.
Okay. It's true that the first attack is actually really strong.
Yeah. 30,
it has
30.
to be. Yeah, it has to be a playable card. I mean,
I concur.
Of course you do. It has to be a playable card. Where it's gonna fit, I'm not sure yet, but I have high hopes for it. And it might still need another set or two to be able to actually realize its power.
Woo!
But, Garbodor, I don't know about Garbodor. There's just, I mean, it shuts down Darkrai's power ability. I mean, it does shut down abilities, and that's cool, but you have to put a lot of work into it, man.
Work. Oh, no.
We're going to ask a couple more questions. Let me just try to find the better questions here. Somebody stall for time, quick.
Woo! What's everyone doing this weekend?
I'll let you know that I am currently playing a game on PTCGO.
Great. I'm glad you're paying so much attention.
I was trying to download it. It's not working for me.
I just beat a Zekrom Electric Leven deck.
No one cares, Kyle. They only
have you
care
figured out how to add friends yet?
Alright, boys.
Yeah.
No need to stall for time anymore. I have the two questions. Alright, question number one is from Zin Kloft. These names are really hard to pronounce. I'm sorry?
I'm pretty sure he was the Excelgor player in the top 16.
Oh, really?
I think so.
No, that was Clifton.
Well, he goes by a different name, I thought.
Does he? Oh.
Yeah.
The more you know.
There we go. All right. What qualifies as the fundamentals you need to hone and have a firm grasp of in order to be a better player in this game?
Energy placement.
It's a deep question. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
That's like huge. A lot of people mess up their energies.
I guess I'm trying to come up with like a...
I think that's like the number one. Like, a lot of people mess up their energy placements.
Yeah. Bench management, man.
Bench management, too. Yeah, that's a good one.
Isn't it resource management more than anything? Like, I mean, it wasn't so much the case with, like, Junk Arm being around,
I think bench management and energy management are the two big ones. Like, the two, like, absolutely huge ones.
Okay. I would like to mention that I think, in my opinion, resource management is right up there with those two. If not, it is right up there with those two, I think. Just not wasting valuable resources. For example, when you're going to Juniper away last format, you Juniper away a couple Junk Arms, you now have to be very careful about how you use your last couple, and you can't just waste them on any given turn. You have to kind of plan out your game and figure out what you're going to need to use your Junk Arms on. If you're going to if you have access to 2 catchers left and you have a couple prizes to go, or a few prizes to go, you need to make sure that those catchers are worth their weight in gold, so you need to be able to make sure that you use them correctly. That's really what it comes down to more. It's just planning ahead. A lot of that type of stuff that it's a little bit deeper fundamental. It's definitely not as basic as, oh, well, I can't detach my energy here because it's going to, this Pokemon's going to die. It's definitely a little bit deeper than that. But I think that's the kind of fundamental that that a lot of people tend to miss out on, even though some of the better players. and that's what leads to most people's defeat. But you're absolutely right. It's something as simple as bench management, energy management, those things, as simple as they might sound, they're absolutely crucial, and so many people make these blatant mistakes. Yeah, you know what? Matter of fact, I'll admit to one that I made about a year ago at our first ever Top Cut Open challenge. We played against Team Hate Trainer, I believe, and for some reason or another, I made the most blatant mistake of all time, and I attached the Rainbow Energy to a Magnemite without evolving it against the Yanmega, and something as simple as that, something that should never happen, absolutely happened, and it just crushed my game. And these types of things, some of the better players do make these mistakes, and
you brought the team down.
Oh yeah, I definitely brought the team down. I actually made it. I lost that one, so we had to go into sudden death. And I think Pram lost in sudden death, right?
Pram won.
I won.
Oh, you beat Jason?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Actually, we beat Team Hate Trainer. Yeah, so I didn't bring the team down.
No, you did.
No. We won. That's what counts.
No.
Right,
I won 2 games out of the 5.
I won as well.
All right, Drew. Stop letting the team down, all right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, man, I ended up with a positive record.
I don't remember this. It never happened.
I'm pretty
think
sure
You lost every game except for one.
Who?
You.
No, what? No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
you
ended up having
did.
a positive record at the end.
No.
I was the only one to beat the little kids. Each one of you guys lost, and I was the only one to come out.
Congratulations. You beat the little kids.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I actually came out the positive record. You can't take that away from me, all right? You started losing at the end, and Drew was the one that only won like 1 game. You guys are just trying to...
People were starting to dislike what I was playing, so I switch it up. I remember someone was like, "You're not playing Typhlosion anymore."
Oh man. Yeah, actually, that's actually pretty funny. They sit down across from us, and I decided to play a different deck. And I start, I think I'm mulligan my hand or something like that, and he sees my deck, and he's like, "That's not fair! You're not supposed to be playing that!" So he makes me, switch my deck so he can have a good matchup against me. Oh, he destroyed me, too. But yeah, that's pretty funny. That was a good time, and I really hope we do that again soon. But yeah, I mean, that was a blatant mistake, and a mistake that honestly shouldn't happen. But, sometimes you just have brain farts, and these things happen, but that's one of the fundamentals that you need to fix if you really want to become a better player at the game. So here's the second and final question we're going to be answering tonight. Joshua Robert Wittenkeller asked again, another question. Right now, PTCGO has no trade function. Is it a better use of your money to save code cards to trade them for playable cards, even if it means painfully waiting for the feature to come in? I guess it depends on what you're trying to get out of the game. For example, even though it probably is a better use of your money, PTCGO is still something that, for example, I can't wait to get on and play right now. And yeah, it is going to be more expensive, and I'm definitely going to have to put a bunch more codes in than if I had traded for it. But you know what? It's just about the experience right now. It's just about being able to sit down and play the decks that I want to play. But if you have limited resources, or if you honestly aren't that excited for it, yeah, go ahead and wait. Because once the trading function does come in, obviously it's infinitely easier to trade for everything that you need instead of having to open the packs for it. But it's more of a kind of what are you trying to get out of PTCGO type of question, right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the end of the season, man. That's season 2 in the books. First season was really short, but that's all right. That doesn't matter. Yeah, this is our first actual full season, if you really think about it. Thanks, Harrison, for coming on the show. You were really cool, and just getting your insight into some of these questions that have been bugging me personally, and I'm sure everybody else for a while, was really cool. Congratulations again, and good luck in following season. As for the Top Cut coming into season 3, we're going to be doing everything that we've been doing. We're going to do it hopefully better. We're sneaking up on episode 50, right? We're like 5 episodes away or something like that.
We are 7.
All right, 5, 6, 7, same thing, close enough. We're really close to having episode number 50, so that's our first major milestone that we're going to be hitting. So that's pretty cool. As for myself, I'm personally going to be taking a year off of playing. a minimum of a year, and I'm going to be focusing more on commentating. I think that's something that the Top Cut needed, and honestly, I don't mind doing it at all. I want to kind of focus on seeing what we can do to expand on our commentating, see if we can do a little bit better when it comes to commentating the larger tournaments. So I'm definitely going to be taking this year off. I'm not going to be playing in any of these tournaments, but I do hope to see some of the local California and Arizona players in some tournaments, just to kind of go hang out, record some matches, and enjoy my time with you guys. But that is going to be what's going to be happening, at least on my end, for this coming season. And if you guys want to mention, a quick mention of what you guys can expect, or what they can expect out of you guys in this season, and you're more than welcome to, guys. Go ahead, Pram.
Expect some more domination. Also, on a more serious note, I'll probably be more try to get more casting in, but that's always, I always actually enjoy that a lot. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, like when Kyle and I were on doing the invitational stream. That was a lot of fun, stuff like that. So I enjoy doing live events very much.
Yeah. Drew?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be in the same boat as Krim in terms of playing. I'll probably go commentate events more, try to work myself into that, and do better. I think if we had a dedicated commentation team, that would be pretty good. If we could do that, like the whole Nationals, the whole Worlds, that type of thing. I'm holding out that I can still play. We'll see when they announce the format, but I doubt it. And I look forward to playing people on PTCGO. Gonna whoop that. Woo! And follow me on Twitter. Woo! Alright.
Harrison, do you have anything you want to mention?
I don't know.
Expect more Leven domination.
Yes. You mentioned that you're not going to be playing very much this season, but I mean, you had a dominant season last season. You expect to keep it up this season?
I sure hope so. I'm gonna definitely play in states and regionals, both TCG and VGCs, to try and get a trip to nationals.
Okay.
Sure.
Are you a VGC player? Or are you a competitive VGC player?
Funny story. I made a team for Florida VGC regionals, just in case I didn't do too well during the TCG. I ended up doing well in TCG, obviously, and so I gave the team to Graf and Roll, who ended up, who doesn't know much about the video game except attacks and stuff, and he ended up winning with it.
Oh, wow.
So
good job. Look at you, a double threat. That's pretty cool. Once again, thanks again for being on the show, and look forward to seeing, something to come out of you this coming season, and maybe I can record some of your games at Nationals and Worlds, I hope. Kyle, do you have anything you want to mention about upcoming season for you?
Upcoming season, going to be a lot of streaming, and a lot more streaming probably. I will try to do whatever I can. Commentary, of course. I'm really hoping PTCGO takes off, because it was really fun when we were able to do Bad Deck Monday, all that good stuff. And actually being able to play against friends will be a good thing. So the main thing you can expect from me is a lot of PTCGO if it works. Otherwise, just tournament coverage, stuff like that. Depending on what the cutoff is, I don't know how dedicated I'm going to be to playing the season. I mean, if it's some ridiculously high number, I don't know if it's worth having to travel to all the events to have to try to get an invite again. We'll see. But we're really trying to do more coverage this year. We'll try to work to get a stream from Nationals this year. And yeah, I mean, that's really all I'm looking forward to this next season. I'm starting to shift a little more away from playing and more towards doing the coverage stuff. Hopefully that ends up benefiting everybody. So, yeah, that's really all I got. I'm going to try to improve commentary, improve the production quality, and we'll see what we can do.
All right. So, thanks a lot for watching, guys. As far as my personal take it easy for this season, go ahead and follow me on @Crims23. I have been nominated as the best tweeter, the best tweeter out of the Top Cut. So, I have standards.
Nominated by who?
Hey,
Did you
I've been nominated.
self-nominated?
Yourself?
I
we got him.
I intend to keep it up and remain the best tweeter. Honestly, I have a few interesting things to say every once in a while, so please follow me on there and follow the rest of the guys. I can't stress enough how important Twitter is for the growth of Pokemon, for the growth of anything, really. Anything competition related, but Pokemon specifically, if you have any type of desire to grow the game, that's one big step that you can take. So go ahead and do that if you guys can, and I will be on PTCGO tonight. I will be on PTCGO tomorrow. I will be on PTCGO for as long as I can be. I can't wait to actually be able to play and just enjoy the game with everybody. So, as for myself, take it easy, guys.
Well,
Pram?
Follow me on Twitter, @MichaelPramwatt. You know, it's always cool seeing the follower number rise, so it's just a little pleasure you guys give me. I tweet pretty regularly. Let's see. And, yeah, it's pretty... Oh, I'm going to be streaming a lot more PTCGO, too, so look out for that. I don't know what channel yet. We'll see.
All right. Drew?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter. I am by far the best tweeter. I got cat pics.
Oh, lies
I
are
got
loud.
random boring things I talk about at work where I complain, stuff like that.
You do complain a lot. Some of them are actually pretty gross, to be honest.
They are pretty
True.
gross. I have a lot more gross ones that I just decide they're too gross and I don't tweet them.
I don't know. The old guy in the bathroom was pushing for me.
I have so many like that. I was like, there's one today. I was like, yeah, I can't tweet this one. Woo!
That's Drew's season goodbye right there.
Yeah.
Harrison?
Love you guys.
Just
And
follow me on
that
Twitter.
girl.
Follow Harrison on Twitter, alright?
I'd like to give a shout out not to Dress Well, but to the Hovercats and everyone else that helped me make the deck. It sucks for Isaiah, who had to go 0-3 with the exact same list at World,
Yeah, that's brutal.
and Dustin, who went 3-4.
Hey, somebody had to carry the torch. It's alright. Anything else you want to mention? Doesn't sound like it. Alright, that's cool, man. Thanks again for being on the show. And once again, have a good season. This coming season. Kyle, take it away.
Alright, just want to say thank you to Harrison for taking the time to come on the show. I just want to congratulate you again on your great season, and I'll be seeing you next year for sure. Other than that, thanks everybody who's been supporting us throughout the year. We really do appreciate it. We are just trying to make Pokemon bigger and better one step at a time. We've made great strides this year, I think, with, we got the live stream from Finals of Worlds. I don't think anybody thought that was going to happen, but hey, it happened. So let's see what can happen this next season. Maybe more coverage, more live streaming, maybe bigger prizes in the future. Just, making Pokemon the game it should be. I mean, we are far behind other card games, but that doesn't mean we can't catch up. So we're going to work hard at that. Please follow us on Twitter at TopCutPokemon, and Facebook, like us, it's TopCutPokemon. YouTube, it's the same. Please just spread the word about us so that we can get Pokemon to reach out to more people. Really, the only way this thing grows is if you talk about it. So we really need you guys to help us out, spread the word, and Pokemon will be bigger and better. PTCGO is the future, and I'm looking forward to that. That's going to wrap up Season 2. Can't believe we've had a second season already. But
Long journey.
thank you,
Yeah.
and we'll see you in a few weeks.
See ya.
Later, guys.